Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a Dungeon Master. Today we are starting up a new adventure, a new mini-adventure. We are playing The Flesh Eaters. Who are the Flesh Eaters? What are the Flesh Eaters? What do they want from life? Where do they see themselves in 5 years? We don't know yet. We're going to find out today. This is the start of a mini-adventure from the Fantastic Adventures collection put out by the Sly Flourish website. Again, I can't stress how much these are a lovely set of adventures. I have enjoyed playing them. And modifying them and using them with this group, and it's been great. So if you are starting up some D&D with your friends, maybe over a Zoom or a Roll20, this would be a great place to start. Money well spent. But enough about that. Let us dive into this adventure. It's a new group, or at least a newly assembled group with some returning and at least one new character. Let us meet our players, and they will introduce their characters. First up, contractually obligated to appear, it's Jason Snell.
Hello, I have to be here because of technical reasons, but I get my revenge by playing a Tabaxi bard named Cool Cat. Cool Cat likes to rock and roll. Cool Cat likes to dance and sing. Cool Cat likes to boogie boogie boo. Cool Cat likes to kill monsters sometimes with his various weapons.
You still using those boomerangs?
Only ironically now.
Okay. You really are a senior.
All right, this is Cool Cat is now level 3. This is Cool Cat's last adventure before he graduates from eligibility to for the Fantastic Adventures, which are designed for groups of level 2 characters. Next up, you know him, you may love him. It's Monty Ashley.
Hello, it's Monty. If you love me, I love you too. If you don't love me, watch your back. I'm playing Krong, a bugbear rogue. He is a nightmare monster with a sword.
Nice. And next up, he is far tougher than he knows it, or at least his character is. It's James Thompson.
I play Samson Jothem, a gnome artificer battlesmith, who regrets not replacing all his flesh with steel before embarking upon this adventure.
Mm-hmm. And your trusty companion.
Yes, Pascal the Panda, the steel defender, who I spent all the gold that I got in the last adventure to have gold-plated, and it has no tactical advantage whatsoever.
I was just going to say, which provides 0 mechanical impact in Dungeons & Dragons, except for, I mean, I don't know, probably if Pascal needs to make a charisma check, maybe a little bit better, you know?
Maybe even intimidation.
Yeah, I think we'd have to really get into who is that character that's being intimidated or persuaded, and how do they feel about gold.
But if we run into Cybermen, you could rub Pascal on them and they would die. So
yes, well, I'm sure flesh eaters could be Cybermen.
They could be.
Next up,
from a certain point of view,
returning to Total Party Kill, she should know better, but here she is. It's Lisa Smizer. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, I'm just here for the giant hand, as is my character.
You'll love it.
This one will be the adventure where we find out.
At last! My character is again Gwyndielle. She's a human cleric, level 2. She lives, laughs, and loves near a giant hand.
Excellent. And a new character, not a new player, Total Party Kill frequent contributor, Erica Ensign.
Hello. Yes, I am playing a new character named Etheline Karena Kenyatta, and I am a high elf ranger with a background as a criminal. I have many, many layers because I created this character totally randomly, and it's going to be super duper fun.
Do you want to tell Monty more about how randomly created your random character is? Random?
So it's a pre-generated character. Pre-generated Sly Flourish Fantastic Adventures actually has some pre-generated characters. So I took that sheet, and there are certain things that you do have to fill in. And every place where there's a choice to fill something in, I randomized it. So that is why I am a ranger with a background of criminal enforcer, and why my spells include detect magic instead of something useful like cure wounds. Also, my equipment includes things like a glass bottle. just because. So it was very fun to make this character. And yeah, I'm interested to see how it works.
And have you internally connected the dots? Like, do you know what kind of criminal and why they're a ranger now and that stuff?
I feel like some of that is going to come together as a play. There are some layers to this character that haven't actually been revealed yet, so you'll find out.
Even to you, perhaps. I told when I heard about this, I said, "Tell that to Monty. He's going to love that."
I miss random character generation.
Yep, it's good stuff.
It's delightful.
Also,
right.
Tony, I want to just point out you referred to Erica as a contributor, which is the first time I've heard that phrase used to refer to players. But I'm kind of assuming what you mean is some players contribute and others do not. Some others detract, let's say.
Did I say that? Did I say that?
No,
I did say that.
It's just
I did say
in
that.
The white,
yeah.
in the negative space next to
Look,
contributor.
I say a lot of things, and I mean all of them. So, welcome back, everybody. All right, I think we are ready to start off our adventure. So our adventure, like many of our fantastic adventures, starts in the town of White Sparrow, the town with a giant six-figured stone hand. It's really it's got a lot to offer in that it is the only town within walking distance. Certainly the only tavern in the only town. It's a good stopping over. A lot happens in and around White Sparrow for a sleepy little town, so it's a nice place to rest up between adventures. And I believe several of you have adventured together before, but this configuration is new. But adventures are coming and going all the time from the Ever Shady Tavern built in the shadow of the giant hand in White Sparrow, and so you have come to make the acquaintances of each other. You're sitting there enjoying a beverage and telling stories about some of your recent adventures. Some of them true, some of them perhaps slightly elaborated.
Etheline is eating dumplings. It has just like this giant plate of dumplings and just shoveling them in. And she's not even really saying anything. She's just eating dumplings as fast.
Sweet dumplings or savory dumplings?
Savory dumplings.
Savory dumplings. Okay, yeah. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah. And just like in between bites, she's just like, oh my God, you guys, this tavern makes the best dumplings in the world. Mm-hmm. I would never live anywhere else.
And Cool Cat says, have I ever told you the story of the wine cellar that was haunted by evil ghost wine? Oh,
yes,
man.
Tell it again.
Did it have dumplings?
It's so scary. I will never drink wine again. Have more wine.
This is like every dim sum brunch I've ever been to.
Yeah,
this is Whiskey Man from now on.
This is brunch at the Ever Shady Tavern. They're experimenting with a dim sum menu. Yep.
Yeah, I think Pascal is hanging out on top of the hand currently on the map because he is still bitter about not being allowed to keep the crown from that adventure. And because he was briefly crowned king for about 30 seconds.
Well, Pascal picks up with his optic things, eyes, robot eyes. Pascal, using his optic meters, detects a small shape running through the town of White Sparrow and bursting into the tavern where you all see the shape. You recognize Gambus Longfellow. He is a halfling who owns a stable nearby outside of White Sparrow, and he is pale as a ghost. The front of his tunic is covered in blood, and he starts yelling, "Murderers! Somebody help! Murderers!"
I think he means us.
Yes. I don't even know this guy.
He kind of collapses on a table.
Around the dumplings? Are the dumplings okay?
The dumplings are safe.
I'm guarding them. They're mosely gone
right.
At this point, probably.
All right. Cool Cat goes over to him and says, so what's happened? Where are the murderers? What happened?
Gambus Longfellow is out cold.
Oh, well, short adventure.
Yeah.
I eat my dumplings.
Well,
I motioned to the barkeep for some water. Water. Do you have water? Give me water.
The barkeep begins straining water out of beer. It's going to take a while.
Okay. Cool Cat takes a beer, drinks a little bit of
half of it. Yeah,
about half, and then pours the rest of it on the guy's head. And then slaps him a little bit like, come on, step out of it.
Murderers.
Yeah, you said that. Who? Where? Why? What?
At the stables. My farmhand. They killed him, or they were killing him. I think they were eating him. It was real bad.
You say murderers or horses?
Murderers.
Wait, eating him?
Where I keep the horses?
Were they monsters or people?
They were lizards.
Please
what were
speak
they
more
eating?
clearly. You're a little hard to understand.
Nicely sidestepping whether lizards are considered people in this town.
I don't know.
To the stables.
Right.
Where's the
Now
sheriff?
are they going after the horses too?
Why didn't he go to the sheriff? She's competent as far as we can tell. I guess.
Really?
Is the sheriff here? I don't know. Is the sheriff here? Can we look around to see if the sheriff is here?
The sheriff is not currently present in the
I've been here a
area.
week and a half, and I feel like I've done a lot of work for the town already.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, wasn't
I don't
the
know.
bartender super competent last time?
If they're lizards eating people, don't you think we should do something?
Yes.
I like eating. I could eat a lizard, actually.
I have finished my dumplings, so I will get up. I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna see what's going on. You guys can come if you want.
Absolutely. Let's go.
And I head out the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finally, a leader.
To the stables.
All right.
Charisma -1.
All right. Gambus Longfellow, he has to kind of scurry to keep up with you. He's a halfling. He's got short little legs. And he is panicked. He's still kind of faint, breathing very heavily. He is covered in blood, though it appears that he himself is not injured, except psychologically and emotionally. And he leads the way. He runs a stables a few miles outside of White Sparrow. So he kind of leads you down the road in the direction of and he keeps kind of insistently being like, it's just over the next hill. I can go back, right?
No, you need to tell us, show us exactly where we're going.
What time of day is it, Tony?
I would say that it is. You were enjoying, based on how you were acting, I felt like that was classic brunch behavior. So I'm going to say it is, I don't know, what time does Cool Cat get up and eat brunch? At 11? Is 11 too early for a Cool Cat brunch?
That sounds too early.
We were drinking. I mean,
no, that's about right.
Well, you drink at brunch. That's the point of brunch.
Yeah,
Sunday
it's
fun day.
Breakfast with drinking.
Can I tell you that I was invited to a brunch once at like 8:30, and I was offended.
That's not
breakfast.
Well, you should have been. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? That person was
like
a jerk about it.
Greenwich Mean Time, was that it? They're like, well, in England, it's technically brunch time.
It was one of those like get a start on the day people, and it was like that's not brunch.
It's just breakfast.
Yeah.
That's a
A
breakfast.
business brunch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
that's what I want to do
Those
is get
are
up
two
real
words that
early
don't
on a
go together.
Saturday or a Sunday.
Let's talk more about brunch.
Or a Monday through Friday.
You know who is having brunch right now? Those lizards.
Yes, they are.
All right.
Well, as long as it's just humans, not animals, that's okay.
So allow me to take you to a map with the stables.
A map.
Okay.
You travel over hill and dale and eventually arrive at kind of, like a farmland area. There is indeed a large, decent-sized wood structure that
Oh, there we are.
I don't know, probably you've never been there, but Gambus tells you is his stables and house. And there's some nice little trees planted around it, but otherwise it's kind of open, rolling countryside. And you see that it's basically just one structure straight ahead. Gambus refuses to go any further.
The structure looks like it just has one entrance and one exit.
It looks like it's got a couple entrances on different sides of the building, but there's one kind of immediate entrance that the path leads up to, I would say.
Gambus, where did you see where were the lizards eating your stable hand?
He points at kind of the front doors, which are decidedly more like barn doors than some of the other doors into the structure. It says, in there!
Let's go.
do we want?
All right.
Do we want
After
to do
you, I
this
say, and gesture to
tactically?
my companions.
Should we? Some of us go around the side doors, or should we just all go in?
I don't think we should split up. We don't know this. This
No.
is a pretty big stable. I think we need to all stick together and just go in the front. Seems like a good idea to me.
I have
It is
almost no
an idea.
combat skills, and I'm a healer. Should I just stay outside and you can throw out the wounded as necessary?
You should
just
stay
look for the
near
people
us.
being lightly nibbled,
Yes.
and they will probably need healing.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you
yeah.
approach the stable door, you can see that it is, they are slightly ajar, as if they've been kind of haphazardly pushed or pulled close. I see Krong and Pascal and Samson heading up to the structure.
Yep.
I've been told that I'm tougher than I know, so let's test that theory.
I am hiding
hear-
around this corner.
You hear some
I'm gonna hang back here
strange
again.
noises inside.
I like
what?
I like to think Krong is always like
I
back
should
here.
mention,
Yeah.
Krong is like 7.5 feet tall, but he can hide in very small, dark places. Like picture a monster under the bed. It comes out. It's way bigger than you think it ought to have been.
I always kind of imagine Krong as being like an inverted triangle, where he's like 7.5 feet tall and like 5 feet wide at the shoulders, but it's unclear. Like his feet just are like at a single point.
He's like
just
a
made of
Rob
shadow.
Liefeld. He's like
You know
a
that
Rob
big
Liefeld.
orange monster in the witch
Yes.
cartoons of Bugs Bunny, the ones that lead such
Yes.
interesting lives?
Yes.
Kind of that shape.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, so
All
he
right.
doesn't have pouches. That's what we're just establishing. He's not got lots of muscles and pouches.
All right, Samson, go get him. Go get him, Samson.
Monty,
Okay.
you asked what kind of sounds. Did you want to make a perception check before someone does something?
Oh, I sure do.
Mhm.
-1. Okay, this will be good. First
Oh,
roll
yeah.
of the game. 15.
You hear something kind of a crunching, splashing kind of noise.
And what's that sound like?
I need some celery here, but like,
I have already readied my bow, just FYI, before the door is even open.
how's that,
Oh,
Monty?
I have
Is that okay?
I have a crossbow too. Would you like me to cover on the other side, Etheline?
Sure.
Yeah,
We can both
Yeah.
stand back here and just be ready to.
to shoot things.
Mhm.
I will pull
Okay.
out my rapier.
Okay, I've pulled out my crossbow. It pulls.
You
there
do,
we go.
you do. I will point out, Lisa, also have a ranged attack that is magic that you can use as many times as you want, called Sacred Flame, which is kind of cool. Basically, you're throwing the fire of your god at anybody that pisses you off.
Okay.
It's kind of a fancy crossbow if you think about it.
Oh, it is. Okay. Where is that on my? Is it under spells? Is
It's
that
one
where
of
it
your
is?
spells. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, sacred.
I
Oh, there
also
we
have
go.
a-
60 feet. Ooh. Yeah. Let me hang back with my brunch friend though.
Yep.
And
I
we
also
will-
have a firebolt, which is similar,
Yeah.
but it's regular fire.
Remember when you used to just throw abakai at things?
Yes,
Back in the
I mean, back in the day before I invented pandas.
I call that the boomerang time, but you know,
Yes.
Mhm.
everybody has a different
Mhm.
perspective.
You guys were weird freshmen.
Those early stories are possibly non-canonical. There might have been stuff lost in translation. It's part of the oral
Yeah.
tradition. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, surely none of it's recorded. So you have a lot of discussion about what weapons you have and where you're going to stand. So far, zero discussion about who wants to open the door.
Well,
I'm
Well,
opening
I
the
mean,
door.
it's Samson.
Yeah,
Okay.
we all agreed with
I-
that.
I mean, does this person mind if this barn burns to the ground? Just,
It is
wondering.
technically their house is adjoining the barn. So
So they might.
Well,
We're going to try to not do property damage and just save lives or stop evil creatures from eating more people, I think. Is what
Kill
we're just going
lizards,
for.
save horses and buildings.
Yep.
yes.
yeah.
But I might use my fire, but we'll see.
All right.
All right. Let us throw open the doors of this adventure, metaphorically.
All right.
Mhm.
Samson, are you like kicking open the doors or just peeking or what?
Oh,
Tell me.
kicking. But I think we're going full on sort of.
All right. Samson kicks open the doors of the barn. They swing open. You see inside a horrid sight. Several lizard folk, huge hulking men-sized lizard creature are kind of clumped around a poor farmhand that has been staked to the ground of the stables, and his torso has been cut open, and it seems like the lizard folk were in the process of eating several things from inside the farmhand.
Now-
There are several horses in the stable taking the whole scene in as nervously as you can interpret from the facial expressions of a horse.
Oh, you can tell when a horse is nervous.
Did
Yeah.
So I'm curious if they heard us outside the door, or if we get a surprise round, since we were all like at least Gwyndielle and I were ready to.
Mhm.
as soon
Oh,
as
I
the
would love
doors
a
open.
surprise round.
I think that everyone is a little bit surprised by this because you didn't know their locations. So I think no surprise round for either side. So they turn to look at you. You look at them. Several of them have like a mouthful of stable hand. And they it does not look good. It looks, this is like a horrible scene where the stable hand has been ritually murdered or sacrificed or something, and they are having some kind of horrible after party.
Are they eating
Wait,
stable
was it
hand
ritual?
hand?
Okay, as a cleric who's into this, is there any element of a ritual here, or is it just carnage?
I think that it seems ritualistic the way he has been pinned to the ground and cut open.
Okay.
So you might be able to determine more, Gwyndielle, when you're not in combat. So
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm going to roll initiative for the lizard folk. I don't know if you want to roll initiative for your characters. That's up to you.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't want to roll a very good initiative, but
how'd that work out for you?
Yeah, it worked out great because I rolled crappy.
I got an 18.
8.
I also got an 18.
You can see the 5 lizard folk on the map, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
They rolled a 19.
I can see the horses looking on quizzically.
Yeah, you can see those horses are... I have posed them quizzically for you.
The ones at the back don't seem particularly interested, but the ones at the front are really kind of taking it all in.
Those are your money horses. Put them toward the front of the stable.
The ones at the back are just cardboard cutouts to make it look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're one of those
So-
low-budget D&D games. We could only afford lizard man costumes for a couple of guys.
Yeah.
And 2 real horses, but, you know.
Yeah. It's clearly like the director's uncle owns this barn. So
The other ones are just a couple guys in a big suit.
I've seen this barn in other D&D games. Where are you trying to roll?
hey, this is a new barn for this adventure.
You've just described every single movie I made in high school. So it's like this. No, this barn is totally different than the other barns that were the same.
All right. So is everyone Gwyndielle? What do you get for your initiative?
It says it's rolling the dice. Still rolling. These dice are... Oh, okay. 5?
5.
Oh, that's terrible.
Rolling like me.
It's not great, Lisa.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie to
Hey,
you.
we already decided we're hanging
no.
back outside, so it's fine.
So, and I...
All right.
Yeah.
Let me give you all the order. The lizard folk are first, followed by Krong, followed by Samson Jothem, followed by Cool Cat, followed by Etheline, followed by Gwyndielle. So, the lizard folk are first. They look up at you. Some of them grab their weapons if they weren't already holding them. The lizard folk have... they've got these shields that look like they were made out of turtles. Some of them are holding javelins. Some of them have javelins strapped to their back and are holding heavy clubs. And what are they going to do? I think
Run away?
that the first 2 are going to run up to the door, and it looks like holding the door is Samson Jothem and Pascal. Is that fair to say?
I think that's fair to say. I think I kicked open one door, Pascal kicked open the other.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
All right.
open.
So, first up...
In a well-practiced, unified kick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Choreographed.
I will attack Samson Jothem first. So the lizard folk runs up, and he just bashes you with his big spiked turtle shell shield. That is a 19 to hit Samson Jothem.
My armor class is 19.
Tie goes to the attacker, so he whacks you on the side of the head. 15 damage. Oh, no, sorry. 5 damage.
I was going to say,
damage.
wow, this is going to be a short adventure.
5 damage. Numbers have meanings. 5 damage, and then he kind of swings his club at you. Since you just told me your armor class is 19, I'll tell you that that's a miss. He whiffs as he goes over your head. The second one is going to do something similar. He is going to try and hit Pascal with his shield and then bite him. He bangs into the ground near Pascal, but misses pathetically, and then leans down and rather impressively just bites Pascal on his robot panda arm for a critical hit.
Ooh.
Oh.
I have rolled 7 piercing damage for Pascal.
Oh, dear.
Ooh.
All right. The next 3 are going to ready some javelins, and there's just a whirl as javelins fly over the heads of the people in the front row. So javelin attacks are going to go at Gwyndielle, Cool Cat, and Etheline. I think they don't see Krong yet because Krong is lurking off to the side here. So javelin attack on Etheline. That is only a 12 to hit.
That does not
Javelin attack on Cool Cat. That is a 6 to hit. And javelin attack on Gwyndielle. I'm going to assume a 9 is a miss also. All right. Krong, you are like flattened up against the wall of the barn on the outside. There's people just around the corner from you fighting Samson and Pascal. I suspect they do not know you are there yet.
So you're saying I am already hidden and I do not need to further hide?
Give me a quick stealth check, DC 10.
21.
Bam. Yeah, that'll do it.
All right. Then from around this corner, one huge hairy arm holding a surprisingly small rapier, stabs out and pokes the guy right in front of Pascal. Just.
I really appreciate that Monty is basically creating a horror movie where he is the monster. Yep. All right. So, do you have advantage or you do bonus damage? I forget how it goes.
I have advantage because I am hidden, and if I hit, I will do sneak attack damage because I have advantage.
Excellent.
I will take the 19 to hit.
What happened there? I don't understand. Okay.
I had advantage because I was hidden, so I rolled to hit twice. I rolled a 9 and a 19. I choose to take the 19.
Excellent.
Wise.
I don't think it's doing the see where it says plus percentage thing. I don't think it's doing math for you there.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. Well,
but anyway, obviously the 19 is going to hit. But I think it just rolled a 9.
Oh yeah, it didn't actually add my 5. It should have added 5 to that. 24 to hit.
Yeah. Okay. So 24 obviously hits. So a dagger basically hits one of the lizard folk he's got a mouthful of Pascal circuits, and a dagger just hits him or not a dagger, a rapier kind of impales him in the side of the neck.
It looks like a dagger in Krong's hand.
Yeah.
I will do 14 points of damage.
All right. That lizard folk there's a splash of blood from that lizard folk's neck all over the stable's floor. One of the horses looks more nervous.
So did I take my bonus action to hide when you had me roll that stealth check, or was that just a previous? Okay.
I don't think so.
In that case, I will now take a bonus action to hide.
All right. Do you roll anything, or that just happens? Okay,
14 stealth roll.
Let me just check.
Fading back into the shadows.
I will tell you
this lovely mid-afternoon day.
Yeah. This is the passive perception of a lizard folk is 13. So, all right.
Also, there's like a curtain of blood spurting right now. That'll hide you just fine.
Yeah, that's just take cover behind the flow of blood.
Somehow this has turned into a Sam Peckinpah film.
Yeah. Samson Jothem, you are at the stable doors, you and your trusty panda. You have taken some damage. There is 2 lizard folk right up in your grill. One of them is badly injured.
Well, I think so the firebolt, is there a penalty for that?
Usually when you use a ranged attack when somebody is right up in your face, you do so at a penalty.
You just gotta hit them.
Yep, in that case, it's arm blade time.
Arm blade time!
Now
I would just like to point out that James has a character whose arm turns into a sword, and he is so bored whenever he uses it. It's like, you are like every video game awesome dude, and you're like, sword arm, what's the big deal?
I did actually look about changing it into some other sword or arm-based weapon, but
I mean, it could be a hammer. It could be a...
For a second, I thought you were going to keep the sword, but just change the limb, and I was there for
it. Sword flip.
I'll tell you, I was reading the book. There is a whole thing on prosthetic limbs that can fly off and punch people at a distance, but I decided I spent my money on the gold panda.
Yeah,
I said that's what I was going to do.
You go to the you go with the panda you brought. I understand.
Yeah.
So,
right. There is an extended sequence, Saturday morning cartoon style of, an arm coming out. I'm thinking somewhat more cooler than Inspector Gadget, but, along those lines. And I roll.
Pascal is Penny.
I think that's accurate.
He's not the dog?
No, because Pascal's the one that does all the work. So. Okay.
I just figured he doesn't talk much like Brain.
Well, I mean, Pascal's more 7 Zark 7, but now we're mixing up cartoons. I rolled a 16.
All right. You slice into the lizard folk right in front of you with your arm blade. Please roll damage.
I think I was actually slicing into the damaged one.
You can do that.
Just because I'd like to take them down. And I roll a 9.
All right, you slay a lizard folk with your arm sword blade. The other lizard folk kind of tilt their heads back and go and look at you with evil eyes.
And at that moment, the last thing they will see with those eyes is a gold and black shape hurtling towards them. Pascal is going to use the force-empowered rend something that these people I feel will understand, and try and bite their faces off.
All right.
And let's actually try and roll it. I rolled a 19.
All right, you rend at the lizard folk holding the stable door, or holding the entryway of it, not physically holding the door. He is rended. Roll rend damage.
He is rendered by 6.
All right. He looks displeased with that. All set, Samson?
Yes, and I think Pascal is too.
All right. Cool Cat, you got some ironic boomerangs for us or something?
No, instead, Cool Cat says, "You guys are terrible!" And he casts Bane on all 4 of those lizard folk. They must make a charisma saving throw. Target is 13. And if they fail, they are baned by me.
All right.
They don't look very charismatic.
They do not. Their charisma modifier is a negative number. All right, I'm going to roll for the 3 of the back first. They got to beat a 13, you say?
13.
All right. Nope. And yes. So 2 out of those 3 are baned. I'll put a little skull crossbow symbol on them for baned. The front one is also baned.
All right.
So 3 out of 4 banes. And what happens with bane? They have disadvantage?
They gotta roll a d4 and subtract it from their attack roll.
All right.
Saving throws.
Or saving
my
throws,
D4.
yes.
I got my d4s handy for so they're like haunted by Cool Cat's smiling visage whenever they try and attack.
That is actually the creepiest Bane that I've ever seen cast in this entire game.
You're bullies and I don't like bullies.
All right, is
And
that your
cannibals.
Says.
was that your action?
That's it.
Jason?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Etheline.
I'm just going to let fly with an arrow.
All right.
So I think the one that's right in front of Samson is what I will shoot at with my longbow. Ooh, that's a 19 on the die. So
That'll do it.
26
All right.
to hit. And let's see. That is 7 piercing damage.
Ugh. That lizard folk has been hurt in several ways. He has been rended and he has been struck with an arrow. He is not doing well.
As a free action, I say, take it home, Gwyndielle.
Okay.
Gwyndielle, it is your turn.
I'm going to cast the Sacred Flame.
Okay. Which of the 4 lizard folk do you want a sacred flame?
Let's finish off the one that everybody else has already started there.
All right.
The poor guy who's got the bane and the little red dot.
Yeah.
I'm a team player. So, what do I need to roll to cast this?
I forget. Not sacred flame.
Actually, you don't have to roll anything to attack.
Okay.
The subject of your attack has to succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take damage. So they're trying to dodge out of the way of your fire.
All right.
Yeah, they have to roll a 13 or better to dodge it.
They rolled a 15. The lizard folk ducks to the side of the stable as your sacred flame hits a feed bag
All right.
on the wall next to it.
Is that a saving throw?
Oh.
Did you roll a d4?
I did not. Hold on.
15?
Oh,
I did not.
Because it's baned.
You know what I just rolled? I rolled a 4 on a d4. So
Yeah.
he ducks. He ducks, and then he looks back up over the thing, and the sacred flame hits him in the face.
Teamwork.
All right.
Well, I feel better now.
What happens with the sacred flame?
It's 1d8 of
radiant damage.
Yeah.
All right. Roll a d8 of radiant damage, Lisa.
Okay, so I type rolling.
If you in roll 20, if you just want to roll something without a modifier, it's really easy. There's a little die symbol on the panel on the left, right?
top left.
No, top left.
Very top left. There's a very small little rectangular panel. It has a little picture of a D20 on it.
Oh.
Mm.
And it lists the various dice, and you scroll down, and you just click
I see
D8. It says 2.
Okay, click D8.
Sometimes that's easier than typing.
I find easier just
right.
once you've rolled a bit, you can hit up arrow. It'll just
You can do
scroll
that
through
too.
your
Okay, I
previous
rolled
stuff.
it. I got a 5.
Okay. Didn't show us for some reason, but
Yeah, it didn't. Weird.
it is possible to roll them secretly. That's a DM thing, especially. All right.
Okay.
That lizard folk is not doing well. He has been sacred flamed. He has received an arrow. He has been chomped on by a robot. He's still up, but he's having a day. Gwyndielle, do you want to do anything else? Are you happy with where you are located outside the stable?
To me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm good.
The lizard folk are next. They rush up. They kind of kick aside their friend. They're just gonna
Their dead friend.
hold the door here. Doorways and corners. That's where the fights happen in D&D. So Pascal and Samson, you are holding the door again. So it's gonna be you.
I hope somebody's going to heal us after the end of all of this.
Yeah,
I've got some healing.
All right.
I got some
Bite shield and bite attack coming on Samson. That's not good.
And
the highest I rolled.
Okay. Just
not going to do the
Bane
math.
not necessary. Got it.
One of them, it probably would have arrived at a negative number with the baning, let's just say. And on Pascal. All right, let's see. What is Pascal's armor class?
15.
All right, nope, those are not going to do it. So,
wow, the panda's tougher than I am.
Yeah. The other
it is
two
literally made of gold and steel.
Yeah.
So
gold is just to point out, gold not usually your toughest metal.
Well,
my armor class is 18.
It's tougher than flesh. That's why that's why this adventure isn't called the Gold Eaters.
Yeah. That's a shorter episode about the toxicity of metals.
I will also point out that it's more of a plating because I couldn't really afford the whole gold thing, so it does still
probably for the best.
Lisa, did you say your armor class is 18?
Yeah, she's buff.
You need to start standing in the front from now on.
Yes.
No, I don't like to fight. I have no weapons.
It's okay.
Well,
you drink up the attacks. It's good.
Yes.
I'll just move up to the front then.
It's not your turn yet.
Your character sheet says you do have a mace, which I'm liking picturing you just swinging like a big club and smash.
So did they all fail, or are there more javelins coming our way?
Javelins fly over the head of the front line into Cool Cat and Etheline. So let's see.
No!
I haven't rolled the d4s yet. That would be a 17 into Cool Cat. I'll roll a d4. It will be a 13. Cool Cat.
Bane! Police!
All right. And even with the Bane, that is going to be an 18 into Etheline.
Oh, yeah. That well hits.
All right.
Oh, well.
5 damage as a javelin clips you.
They can't all be baned. Oh, that one guy isn't baned, too. So.
Oh, well, I rolled a Bane anyway, so. Krong!
Yes, sir. I'm going to, again, have a big hairy arm sneak around the corner, and I'm going to, I guess, kill the injured one is the sound.
I don't know, or you have crazy reach, right? Because of your bugbear status? I was going to say, normal people could not reach him from where you are.
Yeah, I can reach over this guy and stab anybody.
Somehow that feels like even meaner. It's like there's a guy right there in the corner, and he just like sees out of the peripheral vision like a 4-foot-long arm snake past him.
Oh, eventually my opportunity attacks are going to be very obnoxious because people won't be able to move at all.
Excellent.
No, I'm going to stab the one in front of Pascal, this guy who's not damaged yet.
All right. I feel like Krong has some octopus heritage or something.
18 to 18 or 20. 20 to hit.
They both hit, Monty. Good job.
Excellent. Then I will do, how much is, okay. Sorry for the delay here.
Oh, good.
Hang on. That was not my damage roll. That was
I would like it if you rolled a d20 for damage.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, but my actual damage is a d8 plus 3 plus 2d6. So 15 points.
Okay, never mind. I take it back.
Another gout of lizard folk blood as you stab another lizard folk in the neck. Blood is everywhere.
And I will cunning action hide. Oh,
all right.
27 with a natural 20, which I realize does not mean a critical hit on skill checks, but I do like saying natural 20 every time I roll a 20.
Yeah, it's very, very high, very sneaky. You may have concealed yourself as a small barn next to this barn.
I'm a horse.
Samson Jothem. Yeah.
At this range, we'll just keep going on the arm blade stabbing in the face technique as they line up and come towards us.
So you got two right up in your face. Do you care which one you're attacking? Left or right?
I will go for the right one because I think it's the slightly more damaged of the two.
All right.
And I rolled 15 plus 5 or 20.
All right, roll damage.
And that is a d8 plus 3, which is an 8 plus 3. So that's quite a lot. 11.
All right, you slay another lizard folk. He tumbles to the ground.
That's for biting my panda.
I don't think that
wasn't
one
you that bought it.
Yeah.
Bit him, but you know, like you
collectively.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You people.
You gang of lizards.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
You people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, admittedly, they did also eat a stable hand, but that's
I don't
not
know
what
that
I'm
stable
focused on.
hand.
No.
Yes.
Samson, all set? Oh no, Pascal does something.
No. Pascal, you know, has 3 good limbs and will.
Little braggy.
He's not afraid to use them. Yeah.
I think we'll sort of go for the spear arm of the one in front. And rolls 16.
That will hit a lizard folk. Roll me damage.
Actually, it was a 20 because I forgot to add the plus 4. So has definitely hit, and that is 1d8 plus 2, which is only a 3.
All right, that lizard folk is badly wounded at this stage of things. Cool cat.
All right, cool cat. Feeling good about the Bane-ing, but he's just going to take his crossbow and he's going to shoot at the unbaned lizard folk in the back row there.
Got it.
Sadly, he misses. That's just a 9.
Oh. It hits a wall near a horse who looks at you sternly.
Yes. Cool cat regrets everything. That's it.
Etheline.
All right. I am going to shoot an arrow at the lizard folk right in front of Pascal. And I rolled a 1. So critical failure on that. I also did not like getting hit with
You
a
hit
javelin.
the broadside of the barn.
Yeah. So
That's weird because we're against the narrow side.
Narrow side.
Yeah.
It was a really, really bad arrow.
Ricochet.
It ricocheted off of one of those rocks over there by the trees. And whoops. And I did not like being hit at all. So I'm actually going to just like sneak around. Not really sneak, but I'm just going to walk over to the
just
side
walk away
of the barn so that I am not right in javelin range anymore. I am a sad little level 2 creature, so I don't have a lot of hit points.
All right. Gwyndielle, what will you do?
So this sad little level 2 creature is going to move a little bit closer by Krong. And I feel like moving close to Krong is a good survival strategy. And I'm going to try the Sacred Flame one more time.
All right, you've got 3 lizard folk. Which one do you want to target?
I want to target the one in the front who's got the Bane and is already injured.
All right. That lizard folk will attempt to dodge. I have rolled an 18. I think that means he's safe. Yeah, because I just rolled a 2. So he ends up with a 16, which I think, what was your number to beat? 13 or something?
13, yeah.
All right. He ducks out of the way.
Even with the Bane? He's
even with the Bane.
Don't you take off 4? Oh, you had with Bane too.
I D4. I took off 2.
How is this guy still alive?
I have realized that I forgot the defender part of the Steel Defender, which imposes disadvantage on the attack roll of one creature it can see within 5 feet of it, provided the attack roll is against a creature other than the defender.
You should start doing that.
Yeah. As of next time, they're all got disadvantage unless
names
they move
have
square
meaning.
Away. Yes. I mean, it's really more. It's more of a gold defender now, but
it's an alloy. Gwyndielle, anything else?
No, I have no moves really. I'm not here for battle. I'm here to heal everybody. When
the lizard folk are making their last stand. They're
doing a really good job of
push toward the door. Attacks coming on Samson Jothem.
With disadvantage.
With disadvantage? Why?
Yes, we just
Pascal.
explained this. The Steel Defender.
Steel
next one.
Defender.
Oh, I thought he had to activate something. No, that just happened.
It's just a passive.
All right.
And
well,
skill.
at 14's not going to hit you. A lower than that is not going to hit you. Does the Steel Defender protect himself? No, right?
No.
All right.
No, but that guy's baned.
That guy is baned, and people, the lizard folk is just like, he's like slamming his club into the ground. He's trying to smash Pascal with his shield. Pascal's just like zipping back and forth in front of him as the slow baned lizard is trying to get him and is just getting nowhere near. The lizard folk in the back, he is baned. He is also subject to Steel Defender?
No, because he's not within 5 feet.
Okay, he's further back. He's looking around. He sees a giant orange mascot head in the crowd. And he's going to throw it.
I'd throw a javelin at that too, probably.
Wait, who's not within 5 feet of Pascal? It seems
The guy
like
in
the
the back.
lizard.
Yeah,
What?
it's the creature that's attacking.
Oh, okay, I see him now. He was underneath the big black circles that roll 20 sometimes. But never mind, everything's fine.
All right. He launches a javelin at Cool Cat. I rolled like a 7, so it sails
Like falls
harmlessly
next to
over
Cool
to
Cat.
here. Yeah. All right, that was. I thought they were going to do some damage before they were executed. Krong,
Oh boy.
it's your murder party.
Ooh.
We're just invited.
You can cry if you want to.
I'm going to stab the one that's behind the back row guy I didn't see before. So I am hidden and I can reach this guy, so I have advantage. Ooh, but I did not roll very well. 11 to hit.
That's
so-
Is that with
advantage.
advantage?
Well, my first roll was a 10 to hit.
Oh.
Somehow he evades your long rapier attack. He doesn't know where you are. She doesn't like it.
Okay, I will hide again.
All right.
20.
Very hidden. Samson Jothem.
I will use my firebolt on the person at the back, just for a bit of variety.
Nope. No, you don't want to do
Yeah.
that because that'll
Disadvantage.
you'll be with disadvantage because you've got people who are right next to you. You really have to not use ranged attacks when somebody is right next to you. You have to.
I didn't realize it applied to anybody next week. Okay,
Yeah.
well, you know.
They're jerks.
Then, you know, arm blade.
Again. Oh well, I guess I'll use my arm
Well,
blade.
you know, I'm trying to make it more, you know, some more variety for the listeners, but no, we'll just do the same thing
feel
again.
like
I mean,
As a listener, I enjoy a good arm blade, and I listen to every episode of TPK. So
well, I'm glad to hear that. I'll try and stab the person in a slightly different part of their head.
there you go. Yes, you can still have variety while stabbing with your arm.
I'm sorry you find your arm blade so boring.
Yeah,
Well,
he really does. He does not like the fact that his arm is basically a Swiss Army knife that turns into swords is just so boring to Samson Jothem.
I mean,
Heck of a
like,
Swiss Army.
Yeah,
you know, once you've had an arm blade for several years, you know, the novelty kind of wears off a bit.
yeah.
Noted.
This is the year. I thought you liked arm processors.
You do not get self-fulfillment and satisfaction just from arm blades, is what you're telling me.
Wow.
Reference acknowledged, Tony. I heard that one. Yep. The thing is, like, once you retract it in, you know, you got all the blood in there, and like they're horrendous to clean. They're like those, you know, kitchen gadgets that you buy that are supposed to save you all the time.
I
but
know.
that you
I
spend so
understand
much
that.
time cleaning them afterwards. Is it
You
really
probably gotta
saving?
like
No
WD-40 it
unitaskers is
every
what
day.
I'm hearing.
Yeah. I mean, I could have just had a sword, and it might have
yeah,
been
you
easier.
could have just bought a sword. Yes.
Yeah, but you know,
I had a
this
juicer that
is
was just
compact.
such a pain in the
yeah.
ass to clean, so I completely understand.
Maybe an arm juicer is your
Arm
next
juicers,
move.
yeah.
is
Oh,
what I'm
man.
saying.
It gets everywhere.
You know-
Oh, it's running down my arm now. Oh,
Also,
My
it's-
arm
it's
juicer is
inconvenient.
Wait until your arm juicer is DRM'd and you can't use it. So. I think I have to write a check to Cory Doctorow for that joke. So.
I rolled a 8 plus 5, a 13.
A 13 does not hit. You swing your arm and it chunk hits into the side of the barn door. You're able to pull it out.
Like your arm
The
is
lizard folk sneers at you.
Well, his sneer will last mere seconds.
As Pascal rends somebody.
As Pascal's going to rend his sneer.
Is he rending the injured lizard folk or fresh lizard folk?
Who was sneering?
The fresh lizard folk was sneering.
Okay. Well,
I was a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Curry
hidden,
favor with the lizard folk by attacking Krong.
So yes, uninjured lizard folk rending sneer. A 13 plus 4, so 17.
17 hits, roll damage. As he gets rended.
And rolled a 9.
All right. Cool Cat.
Cool Cat points at the guy. Do we know which one is taking more damage or less damage of the three?
One of them is extreme. Oh, I don't think anyone has hit the one in the back.
All right. Cool Cat points at the one in the back and says, "It's very bad to eat stable hands. You shouldn't do it." Dissonant whispers.
You guys know all about hands. Stable hands.
This guy is
stone hand.
me out.
So Jason's cast today, he's cast Bane and Dissonant Whispers, the two worst podcasty spells possible.
Smiling Cool Cat.
Classic mascot.
Classic
spells.
mascot. That guy has to make a 13 wisdom saving throw. Remember, he is baned.
All right. I rolled a critical fail.
Okay.
I know you can't roll a critical fail. He rolled a 1.
That's bad for him. I mean,
Cool Cat is just whispering in his little lizard ear holes.
He takes 11 damage.
All right.
And he must immediately move as far away from me as his speed allows.
Mm-hmm.
Just checking how far that is.
Oh, wow.
All right. He runs backward across the stable.
Does that provoke an attack of opportunity?
Is he slipping on the blood at all?
should
There's a lot of
be.
blood.
Monty, do you have that far range with yours? Remember he was like
that's
more
only
than
an
5
extra square away, so yeah.
All right, yeah. Do you get to actually, Jason, what does it say? Sometimes when you force movement, it does not provoke.
It must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far away. It doesn't say anything about...
It just says move.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know that there's reach and there's threatening reach in terms of...
There's a chance that attacks of opportunity do not work on forced movements.
Yeah.
Which
I'm looking it up.
Oh, I think they do. They should, right?
He's just turning and running scared.
It looks like you provoke an opportunity attack if you leave a foe's reach using your movement, action, or reaction. He's using
It's a
his
reaction, yep.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would like to stab this jerk as he runs away.
Runs away from the mascot.
That is
Monster and a mascot. Great team.
I rolled a 7. Do I have advantage on account of I am hidden?
Yeah.
Then my actual roll is 24 to hit.
All right.
And that, of course, will include sneak attack damage. 13 points of damage.
Ugh. All right. So rather than running away, this lizard folk who had started his turn, great. He was belly full of stable hand, just living life. He's grabbing his head as horrible dissonant whispers pulse through his mind. He turns to run, and a bugbear just slays him, basically, as he tries to leave where he was. Yeah.
Don't turn your back on Krong.
Cool Cat.
Good work, Cool Cat. I like when you boogie boo.
And I hate bullies.
Upsetting all around.
I could be a mascot. Put a hockey jersey on me. I'm basically Gritty.
Oh, God.
You are the scary Gritty.
You're like inverted Gritty, though.
That's true.
He's like Gritty's buff brother who goes to the gym.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have our
Well, that was a
backstory.
good turn.
Crunchy.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Etheline, you are taking cover on the side of the barn. There's only 2 lizard folk left inside the barn, or stables, if you will.
All right. I'm gonna waltz back over to here, and I'm gonna shoot at the bloodied one, the one that's been hit more. And thank goodness I did better than last time. So that is an 18 to hit.
An arrow catches him in the head for
9 points of piercing damage.
Ugh. The lizard folk flips over, lands on his back with an arrow sticking out of his eye.
Oh,
right.
yay.
I'm going to say at this point, now that there's one left, I'm going to put out the possibility that we do non-lethal damage on this last guy so that we might be able to interrogate the lizard folk about where they came from and what they're doing here rather than just murdering them all.
Mm-hmm.
In case there's more to this story.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Think very carefully about what kinds of attacks you do and whether they do lethal or non-lethal damage.
Well, fortunately,
Gwyndielle.
Yeah, I was going to say, fortunately, it's my turn. So this goes well with the strategy Cool Cat has suggested. I have a guiding bolt spell. Maybe I can use that to incapacitate them. Because it's only a +5 hit. So, tell me.
It still looks like it does. Let's see, what kind of. It still takes radiant damage. Tony, can you make radiant damage be non-lethal, or is that just lethal damage?
Let's see.
And that's a lot of damage.
I can use light weaponry.
If it hits, you'd probably kill him.
Okay.
You could use your mace if you could get close enough and do.
I've got a crossbow. We could try the crossbow.
I don't think you can do non-lethal damage with a crossbow.
I think by the rules you can, actually.
Yeah, I think there's not actually a thing. You basically just have to be clear that you are being intentional to not.
Yeah,
murder
you're not
someone
trying to kill them. You're just trying to wound them.
Yeah.
What
it's basically you have to tell me
for the belly for like their hideous belly button area.
Okay.
Okay.
I think there's probably a lot of vital organs in that area.
I don't think they have belly buttons.
Yeah, I don't think they have
eggs.
Yeah, I don't think they.
They
have
like they draw on belly buttons as part of their cult ritual to protect before they eat mammals.
They have jewels like in I Dream of Jeannie. Like their weird person eating religion dictates that they can't let you see what's down there, so they have a jewel.
I understand now. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. So I've aimed for it.
Yep.
I rolled a 12.
What kind of attack was this? Crossbow or
it was the guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt.
Yes.
You rolled a 12.
Yes.
A 12 does not hit them.
See? There we go.
All right. Let's see.
I'm just not good at this.
There's one lizard folk left. There are many of you. You have murdered many of his friends. He is going to fight to the death.
Steel Defender.
Here I was hoping.
He goes for the Steel Defender.
Ooh.
Bash. 19 to hit with a spiked shield on Pascal.
That'll do it.
5 piercing damage to Pascal.
Oh, thankfully Pascal has repair things.
How badly hurt is Pascal?
Pascal is pretty badly hurt at this point. But,
all right. 15 to hit with a club.
Has an armor class of 15.
Tie goes to the attacker. 5 more bludgeoning damage. As
Pascal is
Was that with the bane? Or that one wasn't baned?
This one was never baned.
The lights fade.
Oh no!
Oh no! And we find out if you got panda care or not. Krong, a panda has fallen.
Well, I'm shocked naturally at seeing my little panda buddy robot die. Like, I assume there's a red light that slowly fades out in his eyes.
He's got a red ring of death situation going.
I will press myself against the wall, take one shuddering gasp, roll 25 for stealth.
Yep.
And then I will attack this guy lethally. Sorry. 18 to hit. You don't go around killing my panda buddy.
Yep. All right. Roll damage.
All right. Let me get back to my fancy damage. 15 damage.
Cool Cat is like, let's think of all the great questions we could ask him as a dagger, as a rapier, like basically just goes through his head.
No! He's the only one that understood me.
And the lizard folk slump to the ground.
Oh well.
More blood mixing with the straw on the stable grounds.
I've killed again.
You have defeated the lizard folk who fought to the death and are now taking a moment to catch your bearings. I suggest at this point you could do the equivalent of a short rest. Some of you may need to do some healing or, I don't know, warranty repair actions given Pascal's current state. Others of you may wish to investigate various aspects of the stable hand, or lizard folk. So, but you are, for now, safe.
I would like to check on the horses and see if they are okay.
Roll animal handling.
Yes. As a ranger, my animal handling is all right. Especially when I roll well, so that's a 21.
The horses are a little shaken, but otherwise okay.
Okay, that's good.
They seem skittish.
All right. I would also then like to just spend an hour resting so I can spend a hit die.
All right. So you do.
James,
you're gonna do something?
I am just going to push the button that is labeled repair on the underside of Pascal, and all the sadness is gone. Pascal is back.
All of it? How often do you get to push that button?
Well, I think that's the first time I've pushed it. Maybe.
I'm surprised it works when he's broken.
Well, he wasn't broken. He was down to 0 hit points. He was not like, I'm sure there had to be some saving throws and things for him to completely be dead. Anyway,
okay.
The magical mechanisms inside the defender restore 2d8 plus 2 hit points, which is probably going to be all of them.
All right. Feel free to roll that. Feel free to take a hit die if you need.
7 plus 4 plus 2. So that's not bad.
Cool Cat's gonna investigate the bodies of the lizard folk to see if there's any clues.
Okay.
And then may mosey on down the stables here to see if there's anything else to. Maybe I'll investigate the dead body of the stable hand too.
Somebody probably should. I'm only paying attention to the
Cool
horses.
Cat doesn't need to heal or anything, so Cool Cat's going to use this time constructively.
Stables are a good place to mosey.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Robot Cowboy coming through. Give me a quick investigation check, Cool Cat, on the lizard bodies.
Cool Cat investigates. Dun, dun, dun.
Ooh, I'd watch that too.
It's
CCI.
Okay, you rolled a 2?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they seem pretty dead.
Okay. I think these lizard folk are dead.
That's right, they are.
Yeah. Gwyndielle, what would you like to do with your hour of short rest?
My power of... I'm going to also mosey into this stable.
Mm-hmm.
And I really want to see if this is connected to some freaky religion or not.
Okay.
What's your religion, since you bring it up?
I'm very private about that.
Oh, okay. Sorry, did not mean to pry.
No, it's okay.
The unusual non-proselytizing cleric.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm really...
cleric wants to keep it on the down low.
Yeah.
It's a shy god, it's fine.
Yeah. The god of secrets. Why do you keep asking?
God of, shut up if you know it's good for you.
You want the healing or not? All right, then.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've got... So I am going to bop into the stable here. Bop, 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 bop. Hang out with the horses. I like horses. And take a look at the body of the stable hand, because as was mentioned earlier, it appeared to be laid out in some sort of a ritual fashion.
Yeah. Why don't you give me either an investigation or a medicine check? So you're going to roll D20, add your modifier to those.
Okay, so I also have religion as one of my intelligence.
I'd let
checks.
you do that too.
So I roll that. All right.
Sure.
What side die do I use?
D20.
D20?
Yep.
All right. So rolling that. Roll. Looks like I rolled a 10, and I can add +5 to that.
Yep. So 15.
All right. So 15.
All right. Mm-hmm. The stable hand seems to have been kind of like staked to the ground of the stable and then kind of cut open and various parts of him removed. Very upsetting. And there are things kind of painted on the stable hand with his own blood. And it does seem like it is probably some kind of ritual, sacrificial, religion-like sacrifice. it is not one you are familiar with. And
that was my
even
next question.
and even Gwyndielle, you would know. So this is very unusual. I would say it's even specifically, I don't know if you've had any interactions with lizard folk, though perhaps a lot of humans are kind of distrustful of lizard folk. They are not. This is unusual for them. This is not in accordance with your usual lizard folk rituals or religious practices.
Okay. So I looked and I said, it's religious, all right, but I don't know what religion it is.
Yeah.
And I presume I'm taking notes and drawing pictures just in case our travels have us run across some sort of library or internet connectivity to Wikipedia. And we'll go from there. Okay.
All right.
I'm also checking my equipment to see if I have any sort of cross-reference.
Does Pascal have Wi-Fi?
Yes.
Or a
sure,
yes,
but
he does.
nowhere.
None.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Were there such things in the area, he could just tell you anything. But I should also say that I, during my short rest, because the repair action was fully automated, I did also repair myself somewhat.
All right. Krong, would you like to do anything?
Well, I am not injured, but also the investigations seem like they're going away. So I'm just going to go up to this stall here and stretch out on some hay and just take a nap until everyone's ready to go.
All right.
Yes.
I will hang actually underneath the pile of hay.
Okay.
It doesn't work. I'm not comfortable on top of a bed, guys. This is weird.
Yeah.
The horse in the next stall over seems very nervous until it can't see you anymore, in which case it's,
Right.
I guess it goes back to its other state. Its other horse's state.
I'm lurking in a stall. I just wanted to get some lurking in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Check.
It refreshes the soul.
You gotta work every day or you lose the knack.
Yeah. Gotta
Use it or
build
lose
those
it.
routines.
It's like cardio that way.
Build the muscle, grease the groove, prime the pump, chop the tree.
Who else? Did anyone else not get a chance to do something during this short rest that would like to do something?
After the short rest, I'm going to start looking around for tracks, but not until I've been able to relax enough to use this hit die.
Feel free to do that now. Give me an investigation check, Etheline.
Is it investigation or is it survival? Because I think like tracking.
It would be investigation in this case.
Sure. Investigation. Yeah, I'm not nearly as good at that as I am at survival. So that is only a 17.
All right, well, that's a very good roll. You spend some time, you circle the stables, and you find a set of tracks of the lizard folks arriving at the stables, and it leads back kind of across the farmland for a little while. You can see it looks like it disappears into the woods west of the stable, west of White Sparrow, kind of into the wilderness, to some dense forests.
I will
into the woods. Oh no, we just had an intermission and this is part 2. Uh-oh.
Oh my god, you guys, I just realized the dumbest thing, which is once we had a whole bunch of those lizard people swarming at one end of the stable, a couple of us should have gone around to the other entrance and ambushed them.
Could have.
Although there might have been
I was told not to split the party earlier, so...
Yeah, but I mean, there could have been like 12 more in between them and us, so...
Yeah.
Well, we haven't looked at the back of the stables. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. We could have looked. It would have been. It might have been helpful.
Farmer doing?
You have not seen him in a while. You left him back on the edge of his property, where he seemed resistant to go any closer.
All right.
If you can have a bunch of strangers kill the lizard people for you.
The tracks lead off into the woods, and I'm actually even better at following tracks once we get into a forested area. I prefer to hang out in the forest.
You are a ranger, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I am uncomfortable in the woods, but I'm also very good at them.
So if we wanted to see where they came from, we could totally do that, but we might also want to look around the rest of the inside of this building and make sure there's not like an extra lizard person hiding somewhere.
Does anybody else see just a big black square towards the back of the stable?
That is the part of the building you have not searched yet.
Well, maybe we should search it.
Yeah, let's clean out this building, then track the lizard folk down, find out why they love stable boys so much.
Who doesn't?
I mean, rugged for sure. Is this one of those stable boys that works with his shirt off all the time?
As you wish.
Does he have a rodeo baby?
Monty, what have we said about speaking ill of the dead?
How is that ill?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Maybe he looks really good.
I
with
assume
his
this
shirt
guy lives
off.
fast because damn, did he live a good-looking corpse.
Monty, what have we said about objectifying the dead?
Objectifying the dead.
I mean, they are objects at this point, so best time.
I can't stop you, that's for sure.
You can only hope to contain it.
I am going to award, because I don't do this enough, Cool Cat, you gain inspiration for doing some of the best tactical battling in that last fight with your well-placed dissonance. All right, Etheline, it looks like you are headed toward the back of the stables. Is that correct?
Yep.
You gonna open those doors?
I didn't even see there were doors, so yes.
They're like over here, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. You kick open the doors, because that's how you all deal with it.
I'm only
And
5 feet tall. I don't do a lot of door kicking.
you're one of those short elves.
Yeah, I was about to say, did you get kicked out of the elves and turned to a life of crime because you were short?
Are you a Santa elf instead of the Lord of the Rings elf?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
no.
thought they were
I
like
told-
all NBA size.
Are you on a shelf?
I randomized it, and this is technically within the official height.
It's within the
I feel
parameters
like
for
we
elven, but
found
you're in
out-
like the bottom percentage for elf height.
Yeah,
Well, this is why she went to a life of crime. It's short
Yeah.
elf syndrome,
Uh-huh.
you know?
Yep.
Yeah,
I
it's like
mean,
a
like,
Napoleon complex except for elves.
Yeah, knock
Yeah.
into
Sam-
the toy shop and then get out of there.
Yeah, I'm a
People-
high elf, but I'm not that high.
Yeah,
You're not a high
tall
elf.
elf.
If you're 5 feet tall, you're
Yeah. People keep calling you like a gnome or something, and you take great offense at it.
Excuse me, gnome right here. Admittedly,
right here.
I a taller gnome than average.
Oh,
All
hey,
right, no.
Are you
the
also
extra
5 feet? Do people often? Well,
I'm
people that-
5'6", so
so
like
people are
as
gonna
gnomes go,
completely confuse
I'm like elf height.
Wow.
James, is this escapism? Is this?
It's hilarious.
Yes,
and it's funny
it
too
is.
because the random language that I assign myself is Gnomish, so we could we could.
Oh my
converse.
gosh.
Honestly, Cool Cat's the only one of you I can tell apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes
Look at
sense.
this
And a panther.
mascot
Oh, yeah.
head.
No, he can't
Etheline,
tell the panda apart. That's part of it.
You kick open the door boldly. The room beyond appears to be the living quarters of probably the farmer stable manager and his stable hands. It is a very kind of austere little room where they live and sleep and prepare their meals. But you
No
know, it's
blood
tidy.
or
Nope,
anything?
no
Looks like a
no signs of
storeroom
a fight
refuge.
here. Does not look like there's any signs of lizard folk. There's an adjoining kind of storage room full of sacks of grain and whatnot. Looks like mainly stuff that they might feed to horses or use for their own survival. Looks little on the Spartan side, but you know, a simple life. A simple life cut short by lizard folk.
Mm.
Anything you all would like to do?
Yeah, what's in this room? Same stuff?
Yeah,
Mhm.
this one's more storage. So the
Do we
adjoining
want
room
to
is
take any of
storage.
it with us?
I don't
I don't
see-
think we should loot it, given that the farmer is outside.
No, but we just rid his stable of.
Yeah,
of
I think there should be a
several-
negotiation of some kind.
So how do we know what to negotiate if we don't toss their stuff?
I'm starting to get an idea of what kind of god you're a cleric for.
One of the really
The god
awesome
of
ones.
pragmatism. A god who's fixed-
Possession is 9/10 of the god. You're free to do whatever you
Poker
want because this is a game that we
quarters.
create together with our imagination.
However, in that sense,
Asterisk.
Then the camera slowly pans over to those tracks leading to the wilderness.
Yeah.
Asterisk. You're all bad people.
Fine.
You can do whatever you want.
Nah.
Well, let's go
Their stuff doesn't look that
get
good.
into that hand.
Yeah.
Just
So you've redirected me successfully, so I'm out of there now. And what hand? Wait, where are you guys? Where's my group? I'm
yes,
not going
hand, not stable hand.
Yes. Yeah. Go back.
focus
take
on the
one more
hand,
look.
people. Krong, do you want to do anything? Etheline, you're all set?
All right, let's follow these tracks, guys.
All right.
Yeah.
I just learned how
Should
to
we-
follow tracks really well.
Should we
Yeah.
tell
Yeah,
the
Ranger.
farmer that everything's fine
Yeah,
apart from
I would
one
wait-
dead person?
I would wave him in before we go and say,
Yeah.
we think it's safe now. There's nobody in here. We killed the lizard people and see what
Do
he
we
says.
want to move
and
the
before we go
bodies
off.
for him?
Well,
we
he
wanna-
can dine on lizard for days now.
Our deepest sympathies for your tragic loss.
Yeah. Do we want to move any of the bodies?
It still sounds creepy coming out of me. I'm sorry for that. I'm very sincere.
Real sincerity.
Yeah. I mean, we have people who can easily like pick up and just stack the bodies outside the door if they wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, like, have you tried lizard teriyaki? It's quite nice.
It's a little stringy.
Well, I mean, we are,
Tastes like chicken.
The whole thing is flesh eating, so I feel.
So we're eating the flesh of the lizard people.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are
that makes them taste
toasted.
extra nice.
Yeah.
A lot of them had fear in them before they died. That makes them.
the piquant flavor, yes.
Some of them were.
All right, so you let you
guys know we're supposed to be against the cannibals, right?
Yeah.
Dramatically, we're the anti-cannibal team.
Mm.
Well,
So you let Gambus know that the stable is still safe, though kind of full of corpses. You're welcome. And he seems like, okay, I think I might go back to White Sparrow for a while anyway. This place gives me the willies.
Just gonna leave your horses here unattended and unprotected, huh?
Oh God!
Yeah. I mean, maybe
I should gather my horses.
we could have had horses there.
Just 8.
All right, what next?
Yeah, I mean, we can. If you
Into
want
the
me
woods?
to track them into the
Into
woods.
the woods.
Yeah,
All
and I
right.
looked it up, and it is a survival check. So
In this adventure, it said finding the tracks was a investigation.
oh, interesting. I mean, that's perfectly fine. I managed
Maybe
to do it, but yeah,
finding the tracks,
So-
investigation, following the tracks, survival.
that makes sense. That does make
All
good
right.
sense. Yeah. So, and because the forest is my favored terrain, difficult terrain does not slow us down, which is
Mhm.
pretty cool. We cannot become lost except by magical means.
Mhm.
Even if I'm engaged in another activity while traveling, such as tracking, I still
Mhm.
remain alert to danger, so it doesn't distract me. And if I need to forage for some reason, I will find twice as much food as anybody else normally would. And if I'm tracking other creatures, I learn their exact number, sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area. So my first question as we set out is, are all of the tracks coming toward the farm, or did any also turn around and go back?
All right, so Etheline leads the way into the forest. Etheline, there is a relatively, with your fine-honed ranger senses, a set of 5 lizard folk tracks headed toward the farm and none returning. So you are tracking the tracks back to the source.
Okay.
So you travel for more than an hour through relatively dense forest. This would be hard going if you were not led by a well-trained ranger who finds the best path through the wilderness, creeping over rocks and trees and whatnot. It is dense forest. And then after traveling for several miles over an hour, the forest gives way for less favored terrain. You find yourself at the edge of a swamp.
This is not
swamp.
my favorite terrain, I grumpily say.
So
Yeah.
we've had a stable hand and we've had a fire swamp.
Would you like to roll survival to continue to track the tracks into the swamp?
Can I assist with that?
Yeah, you can.
Ah, nice.
I am a scout rogue, it has turned out.
Ooh. Wow, and I'm a ranger that's a criminal.
Awesome. We're not so different, you and I.
You're the perfect team.
Yeah, I guess so. Although I don't trust very, very quickly and easily, since this is our first time out together. Well, I'm not sure, but
I get
we'll
it.
get
People have a hard time warming up to me because I am a giant monster and kill things.
I just have a hard time warming up to anybody because people are mean about my height. All right.
And
you
we
seem
all
about
kill
the same
things.
height as all these other shorties.
That's the nicest thing anybody's said to me. I'm warming up.
Ooh, character development. Hear that, everybody?
Hmm.
A story
I didn't-
podcast.
I didn't do super great at my survival check. I think I was distracted by these I'm unaccustomed to these warm feelings in my heart. So
Oh, you
I
usually
only
only
got
have them
a-
for dumplings.
I only got a 9. But what does the help do?
I
Is that
believe help gives you advantage. You
Advantage?
roll
Okay,
again.
good. That's good. Oh, that's worse.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
That is not good. You are unfortunately, you think you lose the trail at some point, Etheline.
I hate swamps. This is new canon. Etheline hates swamps.
You lose the trail at several points, and you kind of are sloshing around in circles in the swamp. Everyone is, unfortunately, as you kind of toil away in the swamp, takes a degree of exhaustion. I don't know if we have had that come up in this before. Exhaustion, it's not great. This is just the first level of exhaustion. It can get worse. But basically, you are just trudging through the swamps, and it is really dreary. Let's see what happens for exhaustion. Level 1 of exhaustion. You have disadvantage on ability checks. So you were all just kind of tired, and there's probably like mosquitoes biting at you, and it's not great.
Oh my god, the flesh eaters.
Yeah. See?
Oh,
works
there
on
we
multiple
go.
levels. Let's see. The only way to get rid of exhaustion is to finish a long rest, it looks like, or other magical effects. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, so it is
lost.
rough going. Eventually, you arrive at a bit of a clearing. There's kind of a strange landmark here in the swamp. There are a pair of giant trees that have kind of twisted together to form like an arch. They go up and then together. And lying in kind of a strange circle around one of the trees is a set of lizard folk bodies staked to the ground.
Do the bodies
in the same way as the farmhand?
Seems similar.
Do they have the symbols drawn on them like the farmhand did?
You could move forward and inspect them.
I would love to.
All right.
Okay. That's what I'm doing. Let me go
I'm
look
drawing
at
my bow just in case.
All right.
Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe I should draw my little crossbow too. I don't think the mace would be useful. Okay. So I'm going to go trot over. Let me zoom this up so I can see. Ooh, wow. I'm having a hard time getting a handle on my character here. Where did they go?
They're should be in the top left corner of the screen.
Ah, there she is. Okay. Yes. All right, let me move her. She goes over to look. Yeah, I'd like to go take a look at the bodies, and I'm going to look for the marks. They're staked out in the same way as before, huh?
Give me a medicine check.
A medicine check. Okay, so I get +5 on that. Oh, not great. Just a 6.
Yeah, they look dead. Real dead.
That's not useful.
They look like they're dead. They do look like they've been cut open, and that killed them.
No, so can I actually see if there's any symbols on them, or
It does look like something's been painted on them with blood.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and transcribe those onto the parchment I keep with me. And I'd like to see, do they match the symbols that I transcribed onto the parchment back in the stable?
If they are not the same, they are extremely similar.
But they are extreme. Okay. All right. So what we've established is that these bodies are probably being sacrificed the same way. As I go around and take a look at them, how freshly dead are they, or how?
I would say, unfortunately, you rolled pretty low. You're not sure. Maybe a little while.
So Cool Cat says, "Out of the way. Let me see if I can figure out these dead bodies."
Okay,
Cool
I'll
Cat.
do that. Cool Cat.
Medicine check.
Cool Cat DM go.
Cool
MD.
Cat.
Is that with a
MD. Sorry.
Is that with a disadvantage though because we're exhausted?
Yeah, disadvantage. You're exhausted.
Okay,
Out
Cool
of the
Cat.
way, he says sleepily and sweatily.
Yes.
Oh God. Cool Cat, after he's been walking around in the swamp for an hour, is not going to smell good.
Lisa, you do have a cantrip that can counteract this disadvantage. If you gave us guidance every time we were going to do a
Oh, okay. Thank
ability
you.
check.
Don't do that for Cool Cat because he sucks and he got a 2.
Okay. Cool
I'll
Cat.
do that I'll do it for anybody else who wants it, though. Let me know.
Cool
when
Cat,
I
they
have
look dead.
Cool Cat's like, let me out of my way. Let me check it out. Whoa, yeah, they are dead. Oh.
So the symbols
They are
the
real
symbols painted on these lizard folk are the same symbols that were painted on that stable boy.
No, they're just similar.
very
apparently.
similar, if not the same.
Okay. What I'm trying to get at is that it sounds likely that the lizard folk we just killed were weird cultists that are killing first their own people and then stable boys. So we definitely can get rid of any lizard folk cultists we see. Also, it seems like lizard folk become cultists real easily. Every time you see a lizard folk, they're in a cult.
Okay. Very impressionable.
So, Tony, I have an Arcana. I have expertise in Arcana. Can I use that at all?
Yeah, roll and see if there's anything arcane going on.
Okay.
Can you use guidance on yourself?
Don't know.
So 15.
I believe so.
I rolled a 15.
All right, you kind of study the clearing and the lizard bodies. There does not seem to be anything magical going on here.
Okay.
So,
all right.
So this is, there is obviously some overlap between magic and religion, but this is not here, not in this clearing.
That's good.
Would
to
a
know.
history check be of interest on the symbols?
You're welcome to do whatever you want.
Can I have some guidance from the guidance giver?
All right, here you go.
Guidance counselor.
Thank you.
All right, there we go.
Well, it was useless because I rolled a 5.
All right.
Sorry about that.
This
Maybe I'm tired too.
This seems like something that will go down in the books, no doubt. If you write the books, have them.
We
Well,
are quite tired.
I could roll a history check. I have that too.
You're free to make whatever checks you want. You'll learn different things if you're.
I
good
do, and I got 16.
All right.
Cool Cat has gone to the edge of this clearing and has curled up like a cat would do. And
In the swamp?
is trying to take, yep,
Yep, trying to take a cat nap.
trying to take a cat
A
nap
cool
on the
cat nap?
driest part he can find.
He is a cat of unusual size.
So,
Right, so-
Gwyndielle, you're thinking about the history of this and thinking, and you know that that there are a variety of lizard folk that live in this swamp near White Sparrow. You've heard about them, the history of them, and sometimes they have very peaceful, sometimes a little bit challenging relationships with the predominantly human people of White Sparrow. But it is very unusual for them, and they seem to be fighting amongst themselves here. There are a variety of tribes, and they do occasionally kind of like fight for power and territory and whatnot. But this seems particularly brutal and unique. And I'm going to even say that you would know that the kind of largest nearby tribe to this in this part of the swamp, it's what's called the Gray Tree, GRAYTREES tribe of lizard people. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe what I will do is suggest to the party that we try to find the tribe and talk to them to see what they have to say about this whole thing. What do they know about it?
Absolutely.
Maybe
diplomacy.
Yes.
Maybe they have some kind of hotel that we can stay at as well.
Etheline, it does also seem like the tracks continue into the swamp from here as well. And in fact, it looks like perhaps people came and went from this space. The tracks are easier to see because they seem to have a decent amount of gore mixed in with your standard footprints.
Okay. Can I make a survival check to see if I notice anything specific about like how many people have been coming and going?
Sure.
That sort of thing. All right. See if I do better this time. Man, we are just sucking with the dice rolls tonight. That's a 10.
Seems like, a small group of people have been coming and going.
Lizard folk have been coming and going. And I point.
Yeah. You find, it looks like, there's kind of a cook-fire campsite, a short walk from these bodies to the east.
And I see a campfire over there. Should we check it out?
Yes.
All right.
We check it out.
All right. Inspecting the campfire. It's cold. Doesn't look like anyone's been here for a little while, but there is kind of the charred. It looks like somebody was eating flesh or organs cooked on this little cook fire, and there's lots of kind of bloody footprints going back and forth. There's also some strange marks kind of carved or painted into some of the trees by the cook fire.
So I'd like to see if we can match those to the marks that we've seen on the bodies. Can we do that?
Yeah. Somebody want to give me an investigation check?
All right. Why don't I give you an investigation check? It's not going to be terribly impressive, but here we go. 5.
So I will share an image of the markings with you. There seems to be this kind of strange three. Can you all see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, like 3-fingered claw mark into the tree, and there were some of the lizards and the sable hand had a symbol like that painted on them with blood. Also, now that you think about it, the lizards that you fought had a symbol like that carved into their foreheads.
Ew. Like freshly carved or like scar tissue
Yeah,
carved?
the whole painting with blood and carving into your own forehead doesn't suggest a sort of rational group that we're dealing with here.
They're just tattoos, man.
No, but they're really
It's
focused
whatever
when you
century
think about
it is
it.
here in this amazing fantasy universe. Get with the times.
Their branding is remarkably
a really
consistent.
deep tattoo.
Okay, so we've established.
Not easy to tattoo a lizard folk. The scales just flush the ink out.
Okay. So we've seen that.
What
And
else
this is
would
by
you
the
like to
campfire?
do, Ren?
I would like to investigate the campfire, see how long it's been since it has been used. Like
All right.
checking, the temperature of the ashes and that
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Roll me whatever you think is relevant to that.
Nature? That's
Do
not
it.
really nature. I don't know.
I don't know. Intelligence.
Maybe
in general,
investigation
maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
or survival, maybe.
Any of those is fine.
Well,
Everything
if I
okay,
rolled
Tony?
away-
I don't know.
21 on I did survival.
That's great. It feels like it's probably been cold for about a day.
Okay, it's been at least a day since
And
anyone's been here.
I'm gonna say even the you also like the bits of meat that are kind of scattered around the cook fire.
Mhm.
They don't smell great. You think they might be a couple days old.
Can I make a medicine check to see if I know? Oh, you know what? I forgot
Sure.
to do that with disadvantage. Can I just assume that
Yeah.
Gwyndielle
Sure.
gave me guidance? So yeah.
Yes.
Again, yeah, I got a 10 on a medicine check. What kind of meat? Do I know what this is, or is it just charred meat?
It's lizard meat.
Lizard
So
meat
it's
or
not
lizard
the same
people?
meat as the people they killed?
It is lizard people meat.
Yeah.
I drop it.
So we've established that they didn't really.
Do lizard people ordinarily eat lizard people, or for that matter, humans? Do I need to roll to know that?
Yeah, give me a nature check.
Oh, good. I've never done a nature check.
Probably you're secretly great at it.
I actually am once I became a scout. I rolled a 9.
Ooh.
You're not sure. You're not sure, Kron. You wish you had paid better attention on Lizard Day at Scout School.
I will have the panda scan the meat for appropriate DNA. But I will call that a nature check as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tricorder, and you know it.
Yeah.
I rolled a 19.
Pascal reports to you like a little ticker tape pops out of the top of his head, and he gives you a lengthy report that suggests that this meat is about 4 days old. That it is the same composition as the corpses that were around the large tree a short walk away, and that it is very unusual for lizard folk to kill and eat their own kind.
Well, Pascalpedia, very useful.
All right. Give me a quick perception check, anybody.
Okay. For no reason whatsoever.
No reason.
So do we have disadvantage on this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Exhaustion.
3.
Prong, you're just thinking about that day in Scout School where you were supposed to learn about lizards.
I got a 16.
11.
All right. Samson, Jason, are you still here? Are you doing tech stuff? We lose Jason?
No, I have disadvantage, and I got 11.
Samson, you are the only one to hear. You hear some rustling in the swamp coming, sounds like from the south.
Okay, well, I shall inform everyone of this rustling, but I will not immediately attack it.
All right.
Hello.
Well, okay.
Who is in those bushes?
All right, Krong, you call out to the bushes. About 10 lizard folk armed with spears appear out of the swamp to the south.
Do they have anything on their foreheads?
They do not.
I lower my weapon.
10
And
more
my
lizard
panda.
folk appear from the swamp to the north. You seem to be surrounded by approximately 20 lizard folk armed with spears, looking at you with a concerned look.
I'm going to recommend diplomacy.
Yeah. Can I
Yeah.
do persuasion?
Yeah,
Let me
you're a
ask you-
face.
You're a
Talk to 'em.
bard.
You're a
You
face.
do yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tell them
Cool Cat,
violence
what
is
language?
bad.
Cool Cat, what languages do you speak?
Oh no.
Friendship.
You're a bard. Yeah.
Love.
You're a bard.
Common and
Okay.
celestial.
Celestial?
Celestial. What is
Wow, and we didn't take you on that one adventure with Celestials on it. This is a good all right, what languages do other people speak?
Dwarvish and Gnomish and Common.
Common,
Mhm.
Goblin, and Thieves' Cant. I will give Thieves' Cant a
Ooh.
try. Maybe they speak the universal language of criminals.
I can also speak to animals. Do they count
Nope.
as animals?
They're lizard people. It's right there in their name.
I speak Common, Elvish, Goblin, Orc, and Gnomish. And maybe Thieves' Cant. I'm not entirely sure.
You're not a real
Let's
thief.
see.
Thieves can.
Can
Let
I
me
find a
see.
squirrel that can speak to them?
So, the one of the lizard folk kind of steps forward with a spear, not so much menacingly, but confidently, and speaks to you, and it's kind of a garbled. Somebody give me some kind of check to try and recognize a language you do not speak.
I'm
What
assuming that
type
would
of
be
check would you
intelligence based
I think probably an intelligence check.
Uh-oh.
with disadvantage. 14.
All right. Etheline, you think that they are speaking Draconic.
Oh, good. None of us speak that.
Does anybody speak Draconic? I look around.
Do any of you
I
guys
speak
speak Common? There's a town like right down the road that mostly speaks
I
Common. It's called Common.
I speak Elvish. I speak
The
Elvish
lizard folk.
Orc. There we go.
The lizard folk kind of look around. They
Mhm.
seem slightly less, they don't seem very aggressive, though they are surrounding
Oh
you.
wait, I speak
Uh,
Draconic.
Oh.
What?
I
Yay.
speak Draconic.
Because
You
Cool
could-
Cat was about to just try to communicate using the universal language of music.
Of
with the
dance.
pan
Oh, okay,
flute.
dance.
I've saved us from flute solos.
All right.
So
And
Gwyndielle,
certain
you
death.
you push Cool Cat out of the way and step forward. You are fluent in Draconic apparently, and
I
you
am.
know that this lizard folk has kind of said, "I am Biz.
Mhm.
What are you people doing in our swamp?"
All right. So, I decided to translate back to my party as well as talk with them. So, what I do is I say, "Hey, they'd like to know what we're doing here."
Tell them that
And-
their boys got out of control and are killing humans as well as lizard folk.
And then I say what I tell the party is I'm going to tell these guys we had a run-in with lizard people who had a symbol on their head and ask and see what their reaction is.
And I'm going to, because Cool Cat is so charismatic, I'm going to stand next to her and help her or support her
flute.
in any way, because I'm very
All right.
charismatic and strong with persuasion and intimidation.
Noted hype man. Cool
So
Cat.
I'm just, Cool Cat is like,
Just waving those mascot hands.
Yep.
It's like
Yeah.
jazz hands to
I
the
will stand off
extreme.
to the
So,
side,
yeah.
just kind of gesture towards them, as if to say,
Yeah.
"This is Cool Cat. There he is."
Yes. This is
Um,
cool, cat.
Thank you.
All right. So I tell the lizard people we just encountered a party of 5 lizard people. They had this symbol carved into their foreheads. What do you are you familiar with them?
All right, I would like you to give me a diplomacy check, Gwyndielle, and I'm going to say you have advantage thanks to Cool Cat and others backing you up.
All right.
Does that
so
balance off with the exhaustion?
Yeah, I'm going to say.
so
I'm gonna say it's-
how do
yeah.
I do a
it's not
diplomacy?
diplomacy in 5e.
Uh,
it's
da-da-da-da.
Oh, there's no
persuasion.
diplomacy. Yeah, persuasion.
check? Okay, so I do a persuasion.
Because at
check.
the very least, you're persuading them, do not kill us right now.
It's usually a choice between
Okay.
persuasion and deception.
And
Okay,
it's
so-
advantage, so you got, you roll twice and take
Yeah,
the
it
higher.
can't-
I
well,
roll,
it
I roll
cancels
twice
out
and
the-
get the higher. Okay.
All right, no.
Just once.
Okay, so I roll persuasion. Oh, I roll a 12.
All right. Well, they kind of look around at each other, and Biz says to you, "The people who did this, they are not of our tribe. I am sorry if they have hurt those who are of your people."
Mm-hmm.
Well, they ate them.
So I pass this on and I say, hey, they know them, but they're not affiliated with them. Do any of you have any questions you want me to ask, or shall I just go ahead and keep on asking my own questions here?
Maybe point out the dead lizard folk over there.
Mm-hmm.
See if they know about that.
And ask if we can help.
Yeah, see
Yes.
if there are more of those guys. Gently let them know what we did to the ones we found.
Okay. That's why I said we encountered them. I didn't say what we did.
They attacked us first.
But so what I'm going to do is, I guess I have to do another persuasion roll.
No, at this point you have successfully persuaded them that you do not mean them harm. That you are having a conversation and not a fight. Could be a preamble to a fight, but it's not a fight.
All right. So what I'm going to do is point back to the bodies we saw back there and inspected, and say, are those of your people, and would you like us to help you bury them or grieve your dead?
Biz looks around at his colleagues and he nods and says, "Yes, they are of our tribe. We will take them back to our village." Several of the lizard folk kind of break off from the group and go and are basically taking care of the 4 bodies and are preparing to transport them.
Mm-hmm. May we accompany you and grieve with you?
Yes, our chief would like to speak with you, I am thinking.
Can you ask them if they've got any coffee at their village?
Oh boy, that's a great question.
All right.
I'm dragging
my final.
Yeah.
Wait, Monty, I should be able to.
My fur is wet.
I should be able to give you guys guidance to boost you a little bit.
But that's only like once.
Yeah.
One at a time.
Okay, quick hit.
Once
we
you're
need
tired,
a
you
lot
just
of
get more
guidance.
and more tired. It's just
All right.
this swamp.
All right. Well, why don't I tell you what, guys in my party? Why don't we get to the village first, and then we'll see about coffee?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Let's do that.
All right.
All right. And then I thank him for letting us come back to the village and offer and just and off we go.
If we see
All
a
right,
McDonald's on the way, can we stop?
Yeah.
Black coffee.
Biz, that's BHIZ. Biz leads the way through the swampland. Seems like he's choosing kind of a winding path that's, frankly a little bit more gentler for perhaps you non-swamp dwellers. Certainly drier than perhaps the direct path would have taken you. And you travel for a few miles and arrive on the edge of a lizard folk camp. I should be loading you a map now. You're in the kind of bottom left corner of it. And there's I called it a camp. It's a village. It's kind of on a raised area it's kind of almost like an island within the swamp. A little bit rockier than the rest of the swamp. And there's a bunch of kind of thatch and mud huts built here. It looks like, and Biz kind of leads the way up through the village, a winding path toward what is probably the cabin of an elder who lives there. This looks like a pretty significant a village. There's various lizard folk kind of playing and working, and some of them look a little bit more military-minded, eyeing you, not, suspiciously, but certainly they are aware you are clearly the only non-lizard folk here in the village, and it seems like probably they don't get visitors regularly.
So it's the way people look at me every time I go anywhere.
Yeah. And so you are led up a path through the winding village. There's all kinds of nice little tree branch ramps across various parts, and it's nice. It looks like they're doing cultivating some plants here as well. But there's a good, I don't know, at least 50 or more lizard folk that you can see just living here in this village in the middle of the swamp.
Do they have a giant hand?
They have no, as far as you can tell, this village is handless.
Oh, nice.
Ugh. It automatically makes a suspect.
That's why it's a village. If it was a city, it would have a giant hand.
Yeah,
That's the definition of a city.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's the official census definition.
Mhm.
So, since I'm the only one who can speak with them, what are the lizards like? Are they holding spears on us? Are they kind of relaxed?
I mean, they're kind of marching in formation with you, and certainly, Biz is leading the way, and it's clear they are taking you to their elder. And there's, they're not like, hey, stop and rummage through our neighborhood here. But they are not. Yeah. You are not. I'd say you're being escorted. But you are not being, frog marched at spear point. But certainly you are not kind of free to wander off, or at least that might be very conspicuous if you were to say, like, let's go check out what's going on in this hut over here. So eventually you arrive at a hut. It's the kind of highest up built hut. It looks like it's rather old. It's mud with like kind of a thatched roof made of reeds. And there is a kind of older graying lizard folk sitting kind of on it looks like almost like a rocking chair built out of twisted old gnarled branches, sitting there rocking on his, it's not exactly a front porch, but his front swamp. There are several tough, beefy looking lizard folk, probably his muscle, kind of hanging around and looking at him. He sees you all approaching and kind of nods at you in a kind of a friendly way. He speaks in common.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Okay. Pardon me if I do not get up. I am getting old.
Okay.
I am Elder Orith.
Yeah, I was like, do we have anything else?
I am Elder Orith, druid of the Grey Trees clan. Welcome to our village.
Oh my gosh, she's a druid.
I thank them as again, back to being the charismatic one, since there's somebody who speaks common. I thank him and relay the story of the cultists that we found who killed a villager outside in the where we come from, and express my sadness that these people seem to have troubled his own tribe, and ask if he knows who they are and why they're doing what they're doing.
I know of these people. They are a small tribe, a tribe that fights with many other tribes. They are called the Swimming Snake Clan. It is said that they have been pushed further into the darkest parts of the swamp, and they have found and worship a deity that our lizard folk people have not worshipped in many, many generations.
Told you guys, cult.
A being known as the Hungerer, our Lord of 1,000 Mouths.
Wow.
They are ever hungry. I am sorry that they have caused you outsiders troubles, and I hope that you will not hold that against our peaceful lizard folk here.
Of course not, but we
have
worried
had good
about
relations with White Sparrow for very long.
Right. Well, we appreciate that. We're a little concerned that these guys made an attack into White Sparrow. Has there been more activity with this group recently?
Some of our hunting parties have not returned.
Would you like us to go and look for them?
Any help you can provide would be graciously accepted by the Lizard Folk tribe, and the Grey Trees tribe would pay you well for such services.
Oh.
Well, we've discovered that it's really hard to get around the swamp areas. Do you have any advice or
guides?
Help? Or guides for getting through? Because we are absolutely pooped. I don't even know if I could make it to another location right now. This swamp sucks. I have a low charisma.
and Cool Cat steps in and says, for people of White Sparrow such as us, obviously it's difficult.
I haven't seen a dumpling since we got here.
You guys are the Grey Trees tribe, and those people are the Swimming Snake clan.
The swamp is the all-giving mother of our people. Perhaps you have just not learned to appreciate her ways.
I think that's accurate.
What's the difference between a tribe and a clan?
Yeah.
Well,
maybe some of us have
clan
bad
is usually
relationships with our
size.
mothers. I just don't know.
A clan is bigger than a tribe?
No, a tribe is bigger than a clan.
Oh, okay.
So there are multiple clans that go into the tribe.
And we have no affiliation with the swimming.
How big is this
There are
swimming snake clan? If
So
we
wait,
have to,
I'm really confused as the difference between clan and tribe here.
how many people
Is it
are
like
in the
mostly
swimming snake
psychological?
clan? And if we have to kill all of them, is that a problem?
The last I knew, there were less than 20 of them.
Okay,
They-
well, there's less
they-
than 15 now.
They, and they
I thought you
they
said
are
break
at
it to them
war.
gently.
They are at war with all the other clans and tribes within the Great Swamp.
All right, we would.
How
we
many-
would.
how many
Cool Cat's going
lizard
to try to
people
take
live in this
control of this conversation again.
Nice try, Cool Cat.
Yeah.
If only we had an experience trying to interrupt Cool Cat or the person who plays him while he tried to keep things back on track.
Cool Cat would like. We would definitely. I'm going to reinforce what Etheline said. We would love your help or advice in terms of navigating the swamp because we're bad at it, and we also would, if you don't mind, we're happy to help. We are going to need to rest because we are so bad at the swamp that we are exhausted.
We are speaking with the other tribes and clans to deal with the swimming snakes and their troublesome behaviors, but it has been complicated to agree on a consensus for how best to deal with them. It may be many days or weeks or perhaps months before there is a coordinated attack on them. In the meantime, Biz can take you to their headquarters if that is of interest to you.
We would love that.
I can also offer you a nourishment that we harvest from the swamp itself that may be able to help with some of your ills.
Love that too. Thank you.
Swamp
some of
coffee.
Yep. Some of the lizard folk bring out like a steaming cauldron of blackish brown liquid that they start pouring into kind of clay bowls that are a little bit more.
Coffee.
We call this kaghhfeezzzz.
Yay!
Fascinating.
How many Z's are there in coffees?
Like four. I am unsure of what effects it will have on you outsiders.
I drink some.
So, okay.
I taste it. I'll taste it.
I drink some too.
This tastes
All right.
terrible.
If you are drinking the coffees, please make a Constitution saving throw.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Constitution saving
You,
throw?
you can wait to see the effect on other people before.
Cool
I
Cat is
think I'm
waiting.
going to do that. I'm a healer, so I want to.
I
It makes sense
rolled
not to capacitate
20.
me.
20.
I rolled a 3.
Oh,
Oh no!
Let's see what happens.
Good range of
Maybe it
results.
doesn't work well with bugbears.
Let's step back from.
Oh gosh. So
What? You gave us this. This is
yep.
on your hands.
so Etheline, you rolled a 20.
Correct.
You are cured of exhaustion. You feel great.
This stuff tastes terrible, but I actually feel okay.
Samson, what'd you roll?
I also rolled a 20.
You feel great. You're just jazzed with energy. Krong, you rolled a
3.
You have like a momentary spike of energy and then immediately come crashing back down. Welcome to level 2 of exhaustion.
Oh, no.
This is the best drink I have ever had in my life.
Krong, you will continue to have disadvantage on ability checks. Your speed is also halved.
Okay.
You're really tired.
Worth it.
Gwyndielle, were you going to drink?
no.
Cool.
I'm
No?
not.
Cool Cat's drinking.
All right, Constitution sec.
Great. Let's
You
get
can't
Cool
stop
Cat
a
some
cat.
energy.
13.
You feel better. You are no longer exhausted.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Krong, your belly is not good.
So I'm going to be slowly plodding after everybody as they walk through.
Yeah.
Since it seems that it's going to be weeks until the tribes agree on anything, perhaps we need to take a long rest here too.
Yeah.
So basically, he is saying he cannot send like his full forces until they figure out
Yeah.
negotiations
No, let's go take care of this. We got
because we can't, with Krong exhausted, we need to, unless he can drink some more of this stuff.
I'm fine. Let's go.
No,
you're not fine.
You're not fine.
You're not
I promise you I'm great.
Trust me, I'm a cleric. I know these things. You're not fine.
If he says he's fine, I think he's fine.
I'm a bugbear. We have different anatomies.
He says vomitingly.
We
do this.
I'm really proficient
Cool
in
Cat
medicine.
says,
You're not
fine.
I'm very tired and could use a nap. How about we take a rest here
Let's
before,
take a rest.
Chief? Is that okay? Could we sleep here and then Biz can lead us there in the morning?
I would like to offer you a meal and further hospitality, but the other tribes are coming soon, and some of them may not take kindly to outsiders.
Yeah, you can't.
For your safety, it would be best if you leave within the hour.
Okay.
Samson wasn't going to be sleeping anyway after drinking.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
are real hospitable.
Yeah.
We're just running round and round the little building.
I'm fine. I'm
Doing
just walking
loops.
a little slow, and I'm just a little. I'm still 100%.
Drink another one.
I'm still 100% at my vicious murdering, which is all I, as a bugbear, am good for. Let's go.
Maybe
one of the other lizard folk brings out it's kind of like a tray, or at least a really flat rock.
Ooh.
And it's got a bunch of
a serving rock, absolutely.
Yeah, a serving rock, and it's got a bunch of little vegetarian finger sandwiches on it, and they're swamp delicacies.
Oh.
Maybe if you drink another cup of the coffees, you can go back up to.
I'm going to, since I don't get to rest with you, I'm going to try the coffee. So,
all right,
it's great.
Give me a Constitution check.
You're gonna love it.
Constitution check.
It's a Constitution saving throw, right?
Saving throw, yes.
4.
Yeah.
Oh no, you have a momentary spike of energy, Gwyndielle, and then it kind of crashes, and you also have your speed halved.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's got that kind of aftertaste in the back of your brain.
So you have made it to the lizard folk village. You have parlayed with the elder of the Grey Trees tribe. You have learned a lot about inter-tribe, inter-clan lizard folk politics, and you have secured an important scout who can lead you to the Swimming Snake clan, who may be our titular flesh eaters. Probably they are. Will you journey there without a day's rest? Will you drink more of this powerful concoction known as kaghhfeezzzz? And what fate awaits you at the headquarters of the Swimming Snake clan? For answers to questions such as these, continue listening to Total Party Kill.